Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, give me the juice, Konami. The juice. Yes. We got more Cyber Dragon support here. And it's not out of the Saiho set either this time. This is out of the collector's pack, right? Yeah, collector's pack 2018. It's called Emergency Cyber, normal spell card. When I first heard the name, because I saw the name before I saw anything else, I was like, oh my god, are we getting like E-Telly for Cyber Dragons now? But like, it's just gonna special summon any Cyber Dragon name. Please tell me that's happening, but no, it's not that insane. It's not E-Telly for Cyber Dragon. Normal spell card. You can only activate a card with this card's name once per turn. 1. Add from your deck to your hand either one Cyber Dragon monster or one light machine monster that cannot be normal summon / set. 2. If this card is sent to the graveyard because your opponent's card negated this card's activation, you can discard one card from your hand, add this card from the graveyard to your hand. I love this card. It's not as good as I wish it was. They're really trying hard to balance this one. Even though I don't feel like it's super needed to. But this does not power creep Cyber Repair Plant. I want to say that outright. Because Cyber Repair Plant can add any light machine monster, not just ones that can only be normal summon. That can't be normal summon set. It also recycles your Cyber Dragon names back. You're still running Cyber Repair Plant with this, no question. But this is really good. We really needed this. Cyber Dragons don't want to be running like a ton of cards. Like if you could, you'd run a 20 card deck with Cyber Dragons, but that's the same with most decks. So the more deck thinning, the better. Now, so what can this thing add other than Cyber Dragons? Cyber Dragon names like Core and Hertz and I don't know, Cyber Barrier Dragon. Don't play Cyber Barrier Dragon. You fucking sicken me. What's next? You're gonna play Cyber Laser Dragon too? Is that the new meta that's gonna erupt? The Cyber Laser Dragon Barrier meta? No. So it can't really add much other than the Cyber Dragon names. In fact, there's only 4 cards in the game that I believe it can add. Super Anti-Kaiju War Machine Mecha Dogran, which at first you might think, oh, awesome, it can add a Kaiju, just like, Repair Plant can add Jizakiro. Not really, because this is like the ugly stepbrother of the Kaijus, It doesn't do what they do. And then you have Mech-Lord, Astro, Mechanical. Not much synergy here with the Cyber Dragon archetype, honestly. And then DD Jet Iron, which requires you to run like just a bunch of shit cards, and it itself isn't that good, so you're not running that. The only card on here that's even semi-decent is Cyber Eltanen. They're really trying to push banishing with Cyber Dragons. They really are. I think they're trying to make Network an actual good card, but I don't really see it happening. I wish it was a better card than it is, and there's some interesting things that you can do with it, but it requires so much setup. It is the slowest card in the game. Like, Man-Eater Bug is faster than this thing and gets more value out quicker than Cyber Network, which is ultimately the problem with it. Because it's not enough that you have to set it and wait a turn. You have to build your graveyard up, you have to have Cyber Network, and you have to have the other Cyber, the new one, Cyber Overload, was it? I forget. It's shit. But you have to have that to banish the Cyber Dragons, and then you also have to have, like, either you're relying on your opponent to pop it, which isn't going to happen, or you have to be, like, okay, I'm gonna activate like True King's Return or something and tribute off the cyber network for a masterpiece, and then special back all your cyber dragons that you banished off of the overload. It's a 4 card combo, and yes, all the cards are searchable. Like, if you don't get all 4 of them together, they're just garnets. They're just completely dead. So I don't see banishing really becoming a thing in Cyber Dragons, and I don't see Eltanin really getting played. Maybe you'll see like one teched in somewhere or something in like a side, I guess, that's like an out to something. I don't know, but like that second effect, not second effect, and the adding another light monster, this is never gonna realistically happen. You're just gonna be adding Cyber Dragon names, which is good. We needed something to do that. We really did. And on top of that, it adds itself. It can add itself back if it's negated. You do have to discard something, but a lot of your stuff you want in the grave, like if this gets negated and you have like a Hurts in your hand, that's pretty good. Because you get to add it back, and you get Cyber Dragon from your deck to your hand, and you have a Cyber Dragon name in the graveyard for like Repair Plant. So it's got some really, really good synergy with like Hurts. I really wish they pushed the like reasoning monster gate sort of play style of Cyber Dragons a bit more with this, and like that it was just, if this card is in the graveyard, you can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard to add this back. I wish it just said that instead. But unfortunately it does not. It has to be negated by your opponent's card effect. But, it's definitely not bad. Like, your opponent Ash Blossoms this only for you to then go, okay, I'm gonna drop, Hurts to the grave, add a Cyber Dragon to my hand, and add this back to my hand, and I've lost nothing. But you have to have Hurts in your hand for that adding back effect to really be worth it. Because once you add it back, you can't even use it again afterwards. So it's good. It's gonna help. I like it. It makes it a lot easier to live through hand traps. If they like Ash this. I feel like what this really is it's just bait. Like, you're just gonna use this to try to bait out like the Ash Blossom. That way you can send a Cyber Dragon to hand from your. You either get a search of a Cyber Dragon monster from your deck, or they Ash it, and then you get to just Repair Plant. And you get to add it back as well. So yeah, like really it just makes it so that you can't really Ash either card, because they have 2 now that can do it. And also, this does make things less bricky, because one of the big problems with Cyber Repair Plant is you need a Cyber Dragon name in grave. You need Cyber Dragon in the grave. And on top of that, you also need, what do you call it? It's also once per turn. So, you open multiple of it, and it's just dead, because it does nothing on its own. But now you can run this as well. I think the ratio is going to be like 2 and 2, is what I'm thinking, because you're already running 3 Cyber Dragon cores. So you're basically running 7 of them already. But yeah, really excited for this card. I think it's pretty good. I don't think it is as good as it could have been. It has a lot of synergy with Hurts. I really, really wish that it could add them back from the grave like Hurts can, though. Am I remembering that right? I forget. Yeah, Hurts does that. You know, add one back from the grave to your hand, or Cyber Dragon from the deck. And I wish it did that in the sense of like you could add a Cyber Dragon name or a light machine type monster that cannot be normal summon slash set back from like the grave to your hand, because then you could at least recycle um your like light machine type XYZs and like the Link monster and stuff like that. Really, what I think is this is just gonna push Repair Plant to being more of the recursion card, where you're recurring your Cyber Dragon names and stuff, because that can add them back. Um, and this will mainly just be the card that you want to add things with. But I really like that, it basically says, fuck you to Ash Blossom. I really like its synergy with Hertz. I like that there's another search card. And they made this one once per turn, unfortunately. We can't always have, like Infinite Monster Reborn, for Cyber Dragons like they already gave us. It's better than Monster Reborn. It also specials them from the hand. Like, it's Monster Reborn that's not once per turn that can special them from the hand or the graveyard. Like, I can't be angry after they gave us that, even if this one's a bit more lackluster and isn't exactly what I'd want. But it also has synergy with that, because, you go, you discard like a Cyber Dragon monster to the grave and then add it back, and then you use the Monster Reborn to reborn whatever you sent. Or it's there for the Repair Plant effect. So it's got synergy with the other cards. Could have been better. Wish it was better. But it is what it is. I'm definitely going to be running it. Really excited to use it. I think it's actually going to make a pretty big difference in the consistency of the deck. But that's all I've got to say about Emergency Cyber. Can't wait to have another target for core. Oh yeah. Give me that juice, Konami.